What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 48 of Freezer to Fallout, our adventures through the post-apocalyptic Boston wasteland. And we are currently building up our settlements to try and get ready to take on the Brotherhood of Steel. We only need a couple more places with artillery. And we're sitting at Outpost Simonja, which we came to last time, to spruce up a little bit. They've got a lot of people, a fair bit of guards now. Some water, and some other things. We just need a few screws to build a artillery piece up here. So what we're going to do in the meantime, since we have a fair amount of stuff to do, we have to get ready. We're going to need some more Gauss rounds, so we're going to be saving those as much as humanly possible. But we're going to go on and find some either dud guns or things like that and scrounge them for some screws. And the reason we're doing this, we just need a couple more pieces of artillery, and that's the one individual piece that we ran out of. And then we're going to do some stocking up, and then we're going to head out and talk to Preston to take on the Brotherhood of Steel. So in this general area, that's the Tomatoys place, or the robot place that we haven't actually been in yet. I've been avoiding it because we don't have the ID card that you need to totally deal with it. But we'll find that out as we go. For right now, though, we're going to do a little bit more exploring. I know it's been a lot of exploring over the last little bit. And I hear gunshots at the downed airliner. Just have to adjust the sound a little bit here. There we go.
Watch it. We're taking rags.
So the whole idea is once we get up to snuff, that was probably a bad thing to do. Kate, I'm gonna be tossing you some more.
Make me carry more of your junk.
Funny. So we should be picking up a few extra things that we're going to need. Now the pulse grenades, they're going to be incredibly useful as we go along. Because, well, to be blunt, the Brotherhood uses a lot of power armor, and power armor can definitely screw us up. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to pick the lock on this thing that's down at the back end, because it's probably a master lock. Oh, we can pick it. This is one of the bonus areas. There's actually a mission to come out here and do this. I just don't remember where the quest giver is. It's a hidden shipping manifest sort of deal. There's actually a second one out in the glowing sea, and it's worth coming down here and, in this case, fiddling with the locks. There we go.
That's it.
As you guys can tell, there is a lot of stuff in there. Of course, we're overweight, as usual. We've been working on getting our strength up. There's a Vault-Tec lab coat in there. I'm actually going to take that, so we can make the science-y type people in our settlements take care of it. But for now, we're going to have to toss a couple of those weapons over to Kate. At the very least, it will allow us to keep moving. And we're picking all those up because, well, we can break them down for screws and other parts. Looks like, I think it's our Minutemen? Because we did see either a settler or something. Now, since we just discovered this place, I believe we have to go through and search, because if I remember correctly,
Hell yeah.
there we go. More damage against Mirelurks. And they're actually Brotherhood aspirants here. So we're going to be at war with them pretty quick. Of course, I don't want to pick up any of the old world food. Doesn't do us any good. The Brotherhood's here. They're starting to kind of creep into our territory. Just more reason why we should look towards taking them down. At least from a Minuteman standpoint. Oh, I have something for dog meat. Combat rifle. And again, we're overweight. But at this point, is it really surprising to anyone that I have to keep going back to Kate? To me, it isn't. The biggest thing that we're going to have to do is go find some more Gauss rounds. Essentially, the best thing that we have on board for us is the fact that we have Gauss ammunition. Power armor is tough. And taking it down, not exactly the easiest thing in the world. It's not impossible.
Nice.
It just makes certain things a little bit tougher. If we can find a way to blow power armor helmets off and then headshot them afterwards, it's definitely easier for us than sitting around trying to peg them off or anything else like that. Taking out arms is also a good thing when you're dealing with power armored enemies. I mean, we fought a few, including one that had a Fat Man launcher. That was not too fun, but that was a while ago. For right now, I don't really feel like going back to Kate, because we're going to have to do that in a minute anyway. So do we have any... No, we don't. I was going to see if we had any booze on us, which usually takes care of this sort of stuff. But that'll put us back underweight. It's a kind of a waste of a quantum, but... C'est la vie. So I think what we're going to have to do is find one of our settlements that has a weapons workbench in it. That's a gunner's outpost up there. I don't think we really want to go in and get involved with them right now. Let's just go back to Sanctuary real quick and see what we can do up there. So now we've got here, Kate, we can go in and take everything off of you that isn't necessarily useful to you. While we're here, we can gain
Point out what you need and I'll get
a
that
bunch of stealth experience. Let's just transfer from the workshop. We're not getting rid of the alien blaster pistol, of course. Not getting rid of that. Power knives just give us steel, so that's not too good. Been keeping a lot of the other things that have been going on, especially the legendary items. Is there anything else in here that we can take and scrap? Laser muskets? Muskets? That didn't sound great, but it's what I said. So we'll just break down the weapons that we have. Alright, Vault-Tec guy.
Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us.
Oh, that'll give us the screws we need for there. Bunch more there.
For the future.
Yeah, doesn't really matter what we're breaking down here. We want laser muskets for our guys at the end of the day. We transfer everything over into there since it is connected to our... Would you call it a trade route network? I'm not really sure. Do we have any extra pulse grenades in here? Yes, we do. We'll grab that. I don't know about the pulse mines. But while we're here, since we have the opportunity, let's go in and see if we can make any vegetable starch, which we can. Again, it's the quick and dirty way of doing it, but it gives you a lot of adhesive. I swear I can talk. My brain's just not being too cooperative today. And by building all of the, well, cooking all of these pieces of food, even though it means a lot of clacking of my keyboard, especially that grilled radstag, we can gain some experience from it. It's a great way to subtly level up. Mirelurk Queen steaks give us a little bit of endurance too. Ideally, if you're playing survival, things like the mutant hound chops, which remove your radiation, really help. But if you look, we've gained maybe an eighth of a bar overall while just cooking. Probably less than that. Now the rad scorpion steaks are going to be incredibly useful. Energy resistance for an hour, which I believe is an hour our time, not in-game, because it would suck anytime you fast traveled anywhere. +1 perception off the stingwing meats, and damage resist off Yaga Y ribs. And if you're doing melee, well, there you go, there's some more melee damage for you. I don't think we can really do anything with soup. But the prime example of it being a great connected system is now we can just go in here, transfer all of our junk, which gets rid of a bunch of stuff. Get rid of those. Blood bug steaks, brain fungus. Essentially, you can go through and get rid of a lot. We don't really need the agility for an hour. Don't need the rad roach meat. Rad stag, we're going to hang on to. Now the Mirelurk cakes we're going to be building up and saving. And we'll get rid of most of the Mirelurk queen meat. Might as well keep some on us just to make things slightly better. Mutant hound chops we don't need. We'll keep the rest of those. Ribeye steaks can go away. Mirelurk meat can go away. Alright, the rest of it we're going to be keeping. Might as well put the lab coat in there. It's accessible from anywhere. Well, it didn't wind us up too much, but it did help out overall. And now we can go back to Zimonja and build the artillery piece there. Now, Zimonja has a fair amount of people, and I'm not within the borders yet. There we go. And we want to build an artillery piece. We're going to put it right there. Why not? Now let's find someone. You're not assigned anything.
Okay.
Alright, so that's that. So that should be most of the places that we need. I think Red Rocket has one on the roof. Did we put one at Abernathy Farm? I'm not entirely sure. Starlight Drive-In. So the biggest thing that we could probably do now is go all the way back to Sanctuary and talk to Preston Garvey. A lot of fast traveling this time.
You know what?
So the big thing now, we just gotta find Preston, wherever he's ended up.
Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary.
Probably in our barracks building. We may end up having to listen to Radio Freedom. And we were going to build this place up a little bit more, but it's working pretty good as it is. It's not exactly the prettiest structure in the world, but it works. A little bit of light so we can see. And since Preston is apparently AWOL, where did we put our bell? I'm pretty sure we had one for here. Maybe not.
Thank you. It's like I can finally
Hi.
think
Is
straight.
there something you need?
Nothing right now. I guess we gotta build
Problem?
another one. Let's check Radio Freedom.
We still have a lot of work to do to bring peace and freedom
Do I
back
look
to
like
the
I want to
Commonwealth.
chit-chat?
But this is certainly a giant step forward.
Alright, so I guess we need to build at least one more. So let's check the places that we have. Does Sanctuary even have one? Is the question. Not entirely sure. But, just to be on the safe side, let's put a piece of artillery right there out in the open. Kind of helps. That's Trash Can Carla. She can't really help us with this. Don't know what Sturgis is assigned to, but let's find... We could put the Voltec rep on it, but we'd have to talk him through the entire conversation loop. We just need to find somebody. Assigned to food. Yes, let's assign the guy who's very, very shaky and not all there to artillery duties. Sounds like a great plan to me. Alright, so we know Sanctuary has one. Let's double check on Red Rocket and we'll go through them. Ideally I would have done this off camera, but I've been stupid busy this week, so my bad. Of course, everything is starting to respawn now. We've been more than 3 days out of Sanctuary. So where is it? There we go. And that is, incidentally, the respawn timer on most things. There's definitely artillery up there. And I remember assigning someone. So we'll run over to the Abernathy farm. As memory serves, it's 9 settlements that have artillery at them. That's required to start the whole anti-Brotherhood thing. Seems like someone's attacking one of our settlements. And that's what you get for attacking one of our farms. Are they attacking the other side now? Oh, it's Rust Devils too. Guess we came at the right time. Like I said, we are getting a little low on ammo, but that was a fair number of them down. What we may end up having to do is swapping out this assault rifle, since the 5.56 ammo is really down there, for a laser weapon. It's not like we're not finding enough of the individual pieces.
Thanks for your help.
Scraps of ammo anyway. So I believe up on top of the Abernathy farm is where we put that artillery. Pretty sure it's staffed, and apparently I can't walk up simple stairs today. And there it is, and yes, it is staffed. So that's good. So that's 3 for sure. Alright, so that takes care of Sanctuary, Red Rocket Truck Stop, and Abernathy Farm. So the Starlight Drive-In's the next place we gotta go. So we're pretty much facing it right now. And who knows, we might run into some more random fights. Or random radstags. Because radstag meat is awesome. Don't necessarily need the hides, but the meat definitely helps out. We're apparently running towards something that we haven't discovered yet. Apparently there's some ghouls in there too. So where are they?
That'll have to show a girl a good time. Quit playing games and come out for action.
The recoil on this thing is just nasty. Alright, the Gorski Cavern. Cavern? Right, if I remember this correctly, this is a creepy guy in the woods sort of house. Might as well go through it while we have the chance.
What the hell happened here? You're gonna drag that junk around.
Yes, Kate, yes, we are. Most of it, anyway. Stuff that can actually be useful to us. Thought that was a tripwire for a second. Mr. Gorski here had pieces of a mini nuke.
Why would anyone be stupid enough to try and build a nuke?
Well, on his computer terminal, which is not important to us, but there's a Wasteland Survivor Guide, which marks Diamond City of all places. Let's get out of this radiation before we lose any hair. Well, I'm thinking about it. There we go. Let's get rid of our rads in general. Right away, and we'll drink some purified water. And Kate, once you catch up to us, we will give you a lot of these things. But Mr. Gorski is a little side note. I don't want to spoil it because it's kind of like creepy, sort of horror movie-esque.
Need something?
So you should definitely come into the Gorski Cavern and read what's on his terminal. Just make sure you take some Radaway and Rad-X with you before you get in. Otherwise you'll sit there and cook in the radiation. That's not good. Alright, so since we're near the Starlight Drive-In,
Jumping at the goddamn shadows next.
anyway, okay, I was just kind of pausing because Kate was saying something. I didn't know if she was actually saying something we needed to know or not. It's kind of 50-50 with her Kate's. Piper's a little bit more streamlined. Kate's a little bit all over the place. But we might as well stop in at the shop and see if we can pick up some more ammunition for our primary weapons. So I believe we helped this lady out before. Pretty sure we did.
I can rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you. Do you need anything?
Sure, we'll take a look.
It's all worth every cap I'm charging.
Let's see what you got for ammunition. We don't have much currency. And you don't really have anything that we're looking for. We're specifically looking for Gauss rounds, because we're going to need them. Can't even remember what kind of ammo it is. It's like a weird ammo type. Now it's going to bug me. I know, I'm so professional when it comes to all of this. Last minute. 2mm electronic charge rounds. We should go down here, because so we know Zamoja, so that's 4. The Starlight Drive-In should have one, which will make 5. Pretty sure the Starlight Drive-In has one. Alright, so that's 5. So if we look at it, there's 4, 5. Pretty sure we built one at 10 Pines Bluff. Taffington Boathouse has one. So that's 6. Castle has one, so that's 7. Guess we're going to have to build 2 more. Which means we're probably going to have to go to one of the smaller settlements and get them to go out. I don't know if we have enough resources to help out building a new automatron, so we're going to have to do it the hard way. So what is between us and the next nearest place? That'd be the Green Top Nursery. Or the Sunshine Tidings Co-op. Now they got 5 people there, so we can connect them to the trade network, which should leave us 1 extra person to mount some artillery. They're not very happy right now though. So let's go over there and see what we can do to build them up. So we kind of neglected this place. We set it up and then left it. So essentially they have no food, no water, no defense, and everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. So, while we're at it, since I've been in the settlement building mood anyway, who looks like a good candidate here? Are those wild? Those are wild, so we'll have to put some food in. Well, congratulations, you get to go to the Mechanist's lair. So we have a convoy. So next thing, water. We can pop that down right there, which will make them happy. And food. Well, there's only 5 people here, and I went down twice instead of up. And what do we got for mute fruits? Well, we got 5. Let's build a small patch of them. 1 for every person, so they can at least eat some mute fruit. Where's one of our people? Hello, settler. You are now assigned, if I can remember which direction I was going, to food. And now we can build some artillery. Right there should be fine. So this should be number 8. Once we find another person. That's Kate. It's not going to help us out too much. That's the only problem with not building a bell right off the bat. You have to sometimes search around for people. You are going to come over and go on the artillery. Alright. So with all of them together, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 if you include the castle. So we need 1 more. It's close to us right now. We got Grey Garden, but that's all robots, and I'm pretty sure we can't spread them out too much. Oberlin Station's no good. So I guess we're traveling to Hangman's Alley. 9 people. And with any luck, we'll be able to turn this place into something that's more or less awesome. They're lacking on food and water right now, which is kind of bad. So let's start off with 1 problem at a time. Another water pump, if we can find a place to put it next to the first one. That's going to give them all the water they need. And food. Right, we don't have anyone assigned to a supply line yet. So, you know where you're going, buddy. Mechanist's lair. There we go. Now, you guys had a lot of corn to start off with, but we have tons of melons that we're not doing anything with, so let's just find some open dirt. Not exactly the best crop to grow because they're so large. fact, let's not do that. Let's go razor grain. We have a lot of corn over here with some gourds and some mute fruits. It's just because they don't have anyone assigned to them? Well, looks like all the food's assigned. So let's see if we can slip some potato plants down somewhere here. I try to keep the food values in even multiples because it's just easier to keep track that way. That's the reason why I'm putting down 8 potato plants. Each one of them is worth half of a unit of food. Now with that all sorted, we just have to find a place to put some lovely, lovely artillery. And that's going to be the hardest thing to do in this particular settlement. I think that's the only sound place we're going to find to put some artillery. Congratulations, madam? Madam. You get to go on to the artillery.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Which should take care of the defense needs too, because artillery is pretty powerful, but we need more beds. Which is one thing I forgot at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. So you're not exactly going to be happy. Well, if you're living in Hangman's Alley, you're not exactly living in the lap of luxury, so just gotta deal with it. Guess that's the easiest way to put it. Still try and put some military-style beds down. Just so that everybody has at least a place to sleep, even if it's right at the door of the settlement. There we go. That'll take care of them. Alright, so with Hangman's Alley included in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should have the artillery we need. Now, if we go to the radio... Nope, not giving us anything there, so I guess we're going to have to go back up to Sanctuary. No, it's a lot of travel time this episode. So let's see if we can find Mr. Garvey. Actually, while we're here, one thing we haven't done yet is build a good recruitment beacon.
Take care of your gun, it'll take care of you. Excuse me, is there something you need? How are you feeling? I'm glad to have the chance to return the favor. After all the help you gave me. Just let me know if there's anything else you need.
Okay, so...
Nothing. Okay.
Talking to Preston isn't what we gotta do, but while we're here, before we go to the castle, I don't think we have a recruitment beacon. So we'll go in and do the cheap little trick. Do the little boy generator. And put a recruitment tower up. I believe the last time we were here building anything, didn't work out too great. But now we have a recruitment beacon right at the top of the stairs. Don't need to worry about anything. So we should have, in theory, all of the artillery we need. So we're going to have to head to the castle.
Sanctuary revival project really helped.
Which means yet more fast traveling. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing on this one.
Alert. We just got a call for help from one of our settlements. Any Minutemen within range, please respond.
Do you think it's weird that I've never seen a surface?
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
Alright, apparently we're not getting the quest, which is a little odd.
I think we're really starting to make a difference. Let's trade.
Talking to these guys isn't going to help us that much. Now, where is our goddess of guns? There she is.
Excuse me.
Looking to resupply?
Let me see what you've got.
Take a look.
And I see some electromag charges, which is good. 5.56 rounds, which is our assault rifle. We have a fair number of shotgun rounds. How many more plasma charges? We got 154 of them. Does she have any more? Yes, she does. We're going to have to sell off some stuff, though. It's just some medics, which balances us out a lot when it comes to our inventory. Just kind of curious. The event should have started right now to start the Minutemen taking on the Brotherhood. So as we know, I think it's down that way. That's our ultimate target. I don't know if we have to pick a fight with the Brotherhood, or if it's just supposed to start this way, because last time I remember it started this way, but it's only vague recollection. I didn't really pay attention, and I didn't finish it to completion, so could be entirely wrong. I'll probably have to do a little bit of digging and some research afterwards to make everything work out alright. This is always a good place to come and stock up, though, the little doorway cafe thing that you use to assault the castle. I know we're downtown. Should be making me a lot more paranoid than I actually am. Well, it's not really downtown. It's kind of off to the side.
Shamblers, take them down. Wanna get some good on 'em? Well, that was easy.
Apparently there's a super mutant over there.
Whoa, whoa. You hear that?
Where'd that mutant hound go?
Well, that was a whole lot of nothing.
Probably ran down this alley here. Well, that was kind of a weird reaction, but okay. I swear I can hear shooting. Might just be hearing footsteps and industrial noises. I know I get a little paranoid at times. By which I mean a lot paranoid. That's the Gwinnett restaurant, though. Huh. Not exactly where we're headed. I have no idea what monument this is. If someone who's familiar with Boston could tell me, that'd be awesome. It looks like it was an important old school structure. It's generally here in Boston? And we got some raiders. We've cleared this area out before, I'm pretty sure. We have more than enough stim packs that I can be a little liberal with them now. Kinda hate how some of the architecture makes you think you can climb it, but you can't. And now I don't even know what direction I'm going. That looks like one of our provisioners. It's a good thing we took the raider thread out before she got here. really hoping that the event would have kicked off already. I was hoping to at least get onto it. But it looks like it might just end up turning into another We Build and Scrounge episode. I was really trying to avoid that this week. This is University Square. I know where I am! Yay! I didn't even need the map for that. I know where I am. But I will have to look into taking on the Brotherhood in the downtime, because like I said, I've only done it once, and I didn't even finish that to completion, because I couldn't stand fighting the Brotherhood that time. Now that I've done every Brotherhood element in the game, it's a little easier. This is Jamaica Plains here. So I want to find a place that's more or less okay. I don't really want to be out in the open. Now, if you've done the Wicked Packing Co. place that we did way up in the northwest, it's pretty close to Sanctuary. Some of these trucks, the blue ones back there that I was looking at, if you have the key, you can unlock them. And if you unlock them, sometimes they got really good stuff in them. Sometimes they don't. But some of the time they do. So unfortunately, that's going to have to be it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.